people of Osun State have been charged to dispose of their waste through registered waste collectors and shun indiscriminate dumping of refuse into waterways. The State Governor Oyetola gave the charge during an inspection of the ongoing dredging activities at different waterways in the state. Oyetola said the state will continue to be proactive in the effort to mitigate flooding in all areas of the state. He said the exercise, which is in collaboration with the state chapter of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, that's ALGON, will take place in all areas prone to flooding across the state. The State Commissioner for Environment and Sanitation, Shola Oladepo, and the Special Advisor to the Governor on Environment, RUFUS, OYEGBILE, said the intervention is a response to possible environmental disaster that may lead to loss of lives and property.
We've done that to ensure that we do not experience flooding. Ordinarily, on a routine basis, we look at our streams and do proper dredging in anticipation of heavy downpour. What I've seen here gives me the comfort that we should not be thinking of any flooding around this axis. This is not limited, what we're doing is not limited to this place. We're doing the dredging of all the streams, major streams, where they call flashpoints.
What we are doing is just to clear the way, dredging the place for a free flow. All the waterways and inlets, they collect here and drain into that place. Today we are showcasing what the government of Osun, under the governorship of Oyetola, is doing in partnership with our able local government chairman. And they are doing well to partner with the government to work against the prediction of the inlet levy.
We want to appeal to our people at home to desist from act of indiscriminate dumping of refuse into waterways, into rivers and canals, because what we have, blockages of these waterways, channels, drainages, including the access covert. When this happens, there will be serious flood.
If there is flooding, there is likelihood of having spillage of disease-causing waste all around, which can culminate into public health challenge. So this exercise embarked upon by His Excellency Alhaji Oyetola is not only about preventing, protecting lives and property. It is part of his proactiveness to making sure that lives and properties are secured.
Well, Special Advisor to Osun State's Governor on Environment, RUFUS OYEGBILE, joins us now for more on this story. Many thanks for joining us to discuss this in more detail. And watching that video that we just saw on screen before the commencement of this discussion, the only thing that really came to mind for me, sir, was why is the dredging only happening now in the middle of rainy season and in the middle of the floods? And why weren't dredging activities carried out earlier on when we had the dry season?
Yes, we want to welcome everybody on board. First, let me thank the governor, State of Osun, Governor Oyetola. You just asked a very good question. We came in 24th of October last year. I want to tell you before we came in, Mr. Governor has taken proactive measures. In fact, service providers have been engaged, and the act of dredging, the act of desitting took place. In fact, as of the time we came in late last year, the service providers are still on their work. So it's not just about starting now. Mr. Governor has taken proactive measure last year. So in furtherance to that, and based on the warnings from NIMET, NEMA, and NISA, that Osun State is one of the 28 states that is likely to be prone to flood. That is why Mr. Governor took this further intervention. So it's not just happening now. Mr. Governor has done it before and is still doing it. All is about having a situation in which lives and properties are protected. All is about making sure people are protected. All is about making sure we have a cleaner environment. So what Mr. Governor is doing presently, the intervention is not just limited to now. He has done that in the past and is still carrying on. And as I speak, the exercise is going on.
All right, Rufus, the floods, let's just face the facts, have destroyed properties. 15 houses were submerged. And then the government, the question then is, what is the government doing to ameliorate these losses suffered by people, especially farms and farmlands? And like I said, 15 houses submerged.
Well, if you look at the situation, like I've explained earlier, with what we are doing, you should expect, even if it rains late, of course we should be in heavy rains, but the rains are not just falling now. But you should expect that even if the rain will come in late, in Osun State, we won't have element of submergence of a property, submergence of a farmland. The measures and intervention Mr. Governor is taking presently is an act of assurance that people should go and sleep and close their eyes. I know what we are doing presently in Ife, in Ede, and some other places. So the issue of submergence, that may have happened in the past, but I want to assure you we are not going to have such.
No. What I'm asking is, fine, the government is doing now, like Leda just asked there, why now? Why not before? But you said, okay, it's been continuing. But we're talking about now. People have lost farmlands, the question of food security, and then 15 houses have been submerged. These are losses. I mean, people are crying. So what is the government doing presently to ameliorate these losses that these people have incurred? That's the question.
Well, we have the Osun State Emergency Relief Agency. The Osun State Relief Emergency Agency will have taken their statistics of things that have happened in the recent past, like the one you have enumerated. And through the agency, you are too sure that Mr. Governor will reach out to the people who have suffered in terms of reliefs, in terms of palliatives for them. So the relief agency in Osun State Relief Agency has come on board. They have been doing their work, and Mr. Governor will support our people who have suffered through the assistance being rendered to the relief agency. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Oyebile, I would like to draw attention to a statement being made by the governor, Governor Oyetola, saying that attitudinal change needs to happen on the part of the residents not to be dumping waste into this particular drainages and to ensure that floodings don't happen. But talk to me, are there sites provided so that people can go and dump refuse? Or what provision is the government making so that people do not, for lack of a better option, decide to just dump it into this canal, you're saying?
Thank you. As I speak, we are having a review. We are having a review of the activities of private sector participation, the PSP people in the state of Osun. Our people, with due respect to them, they have not been cooperating. We have our dump sites, we have our utility vehicles, our skippers that go around. What do we say? When these skippers are going around, come out with your refuse, dump into the skippers and go. So with these skippers moving around, if our people have cooperated and they bring their garbage, their refuse, when these refuse are moving around, we shouldn't have act of indiscriminate dumping. But Mr. Governor said we are carrying out serious...
Sorry, Rufus, thank you so much for your time on Newsday.